Hello, and we are here with the debates.
Mother.
What happened?
Yeah, that's a great debate.
Should we introduce ourselves?
Yes, go ahead.
All
Introduce
right.
yourselves.
Hello. I am the Neo Explosion. Uh, I am the head and founder of the ZCP, the Zorok Communist Party.
All
Your
right.
turn.
I am River Swain, and I am the head and only proprietor of the uh, I don't have an acronym yet party.
Hello, my name is Gman22, and I am the founder and leader of the free to play faction.
All right. And we are now going to start with our opening statements, starting with the neon explosion.
All right. Hello, comrades. Uh, as you know, our server. Uh, when you're playing, you have a certain amount of time, right? Well, people with less time, more disadvantaged. People with more time, more advantaged. So my thing, and what the ZCP wants to do, is we want to even the playing ground so everyone, when they are playing, whether they have little or a lot of time, can build what they want to and thrive. We plan to do that through, well, we'll talk about that later, actually. I don't want to spoil everything.
Okay. Rurswan, what's your opening statement?
Hello. My party rides on the idea of the server running the exact same way as it always has, except for with the added stipulations that no one is ever allowed to give me anything for free. That is all.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What?
He's a conservative. You hear that?
He's a
Conservative.
conservative. Gross.
Let me be clear. Everyone else can still give things to each other for free, just not to me.
Okay.
So
Uh,
you're
G-Man, your opening statement. Why is there a baked potato on the stand?
we get a little quirky at night. Calm down. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is my idea, my ideals even, that I want our rights to freedom and the tyranny against us to be abolished. I believe that it is more important that we have the ability to play as we want than for a bunch of rules like communism. Are you kidding me? Ridiculous. And whatever the frick River Swan is going on about, wild.
River Swain, thank
And
you.
we're not even going to mention our absent foe. Um, I firmly believe that it's more important that our freedoms are put forth first than anything else.
Um, may I call for a motion for the candidates to ask each other a question?
Sure.
All right. I kind of know what you already said for it. So,
Just don't
G-Man,
ask the
could
questions that
you
are already put in the thing.
could you expand on what you mean by the freedoms of individuals as opposed to the rules of and as you said, communism? Could you expand on what you think I would be doing that would impede on the rights of anybody?
Well,
He's at a real loss for words.
I'll
see,
take that as it stands. He does
the
not know what my he does not know his candidates that he's debating against. That ends my question.
Yeah.
Unless he has an answer, of course.
you see, you're pushing for a communistic era in the server, but what I want is for everyone to be free of all judgment and be able to play the way they want to.
hmm And may I respond, or is that for later?
You can respond.
Sure.
All right. And what better way for everyone to be able to play the way they want to, other than providing the resources that they need readily instead of making them grind for diamonds and whatnot. So they need to pay other people or find the materials by themselves to play the way that they wish to play.
May I ask a question of the other party?
Yes, please.
Yes.
I have a question for you. In this world that you provide, will you allow me safety from resources from the rest of the economy?
We're not forcing the resources on anyone. We're just making them. We're just providing them so that people can get them whenever they find opportune.
All right. Same question.
I mean, yeah, of course. Free to play is all about giving people the freedoms that they want.
Can you fix your mic?
That is all.
Fuck.
Sorry, I'm flipping it each time he says freedoms or free.
All right. I believe that would close the questioning section unless G-Man has a question.
More of a comment. Let me expand on something.
Of course.
See, honestly, I was going to improv a lot of this, and we all know that debates are hard, especially for people that aren't in politics, but
Of course.
my party is more about abolishing the tyranny that is brought to us by God, aka the server owners, and I want to abolish that power. And also giving the people the rights for it's not
That's
so
what
different.
everyone's going for. The whole point is that you guys will be in charge of the city, not me.
You like this moderator. He calls out things when he sees it.
Hmm.
Of course, that doesn't mean you can't keep running. I would just. I'll probably go first when talking about policies to give you time to think. Okay.
Hmm.
Speaking of, I believe that closes the section then, and the moderator will ask
Yep.
us the first question.
All right. Okay. So, I think the first question that all of us are wondering are, what are you guys doing standing on your stands and your microphones?
It's hard to see you from over the microphone and the fence gates or the fences, and I like to be able to look into the eyes of my moderator as I speak to him.
Okay. All right. Okay. Next question. We will start with the neon explosion. Not all
Yes.
players have the same amount of time to play. How will you ensure that those with less time aren't disadvantaged and can still participate fully in the community?
Yeah, so I kind of brought this up earlier when I was responding to Gma and Tony's question. I plan to build automated farms for the basic and eventually less basic resources so that people can get started and can continue so that they don't need to grind for things like food, which isn't usually a problem, but it'd be nice to provide it. More specifically, uh, building blocks and redstone components. Uh, I generally know that there aren't very many ways to obtain those things. And I've already built a community mangrove tree farm. Um,
Okay.
and in the same vein, I think I would, as a leader, I would encourage others to do the same instead of building shops. But I'm not going to stop anyone, not at this point. That is not in my plan.
Okay. Uh, River, River Swayan.
Uh, I
Same question.
I believe that the best way to deal with that particular problem is in my beautiful system that I've crafted. Uh, oh, there's an Enderman. Someone kill it, please.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh shit!
We will be taking a short intermission
Yeah,
as
I'll answer your
our
questions.
candidates deal with this threat.
Good work. Could
Got the
clink
grass block.
axes. Could we clink
I got a
axes?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Clink.
Clink.
Can someone who has a pretty empty inventory pick up his items?
Yeah, I can do that. I think that's everything. Did I miss anything?
He's
Oh,
got
ender
pork
pearls.
chops right there.
Ender pearls back here and pork chops up here.
He's in front of his podium and his banners.
Oh, I
are
see, I see,
folded
I
on the
see.
floor. He has
Okay.
banners down in there as well.
I see them. Thank you.
Should I wait for him before I answer the question?
Yes, I
Probably.
also have a question for him after this.
All right. I will mull over how I want to.
Hopefully, he wasn't still in prison.
You know, the security here is kind of
Never
ass.
We had a live assassination.
Live assassination. That's crazy.
Alright, your stuff's in this chest, by the way, just so you know.
I just
To be
need
fair,
Oh,
you did
and your
provoke
knife.
him
Sorry,
to
I
do
almost took
I
that.
my kniff. You also have my shovel.
Do I?
I think
Oh,
so.
I do.
Check.
It's not named. Wait, is that one mine or yours? That one's yours. It has fortune on it. Mine does not.
Yeah. You just need this, this, and food, just in case. Okay. Alrighty. Well, assassination over. Let's continue.
Okay, before we move on, I do have a question for you, G-Man.
Yes.
But do I not get to answer?
How will you protect our freedoms if you cannot protect yourself?
You know, Ash, that's just the thing. I don't really care. That's I I I'd like to eventually abolish government. I'd like everyone to be free to do what they want, whenever they want, regardless of any rules, and I want all of the rules abolished.
Even griefing and theft?
All the rules abolished completely.
Okay.
The
No
freedom
further
for the
questions?
players is free. The freedom for the players. That's what I want. So I don't care.
Also, if he does
don't
win
care
the
about
debate,
safety.
just a heads up, this only applies to the main town.
Mhm.
Okay, can I answer the first question that I was given?
Yes.
All right. I believe the question was about how I will deal with the amount of time people have and balance that disadvantage in the community.
Yes.
In the beautiful system I've created, this system where everyone is following the same rules we've always had, except for not allowed to ever give me anything for free. In this system, the people who will not have as much time to play will be able to benefit from the free provided community buildings that my two fellow candidates have already made and other people on the server have made. People can still benefit from those as much as they like. I just will not be partaking in such.
Okay. Same question for G-Man.
Will you repeat the question?
Yes, I will. Let me find it. Pulling up my notes. Okay. So, not all players have the same amount of time to play. How will you ensure that those with less time aren't disadvantaged and can still participate fully in the community?
Um, well, something that I believe in that apparently they don't is I believe in the money system. That is something that I do wish to keep. And I think the money system helps quite a bit, even from simple stuff that you can buy at shops to more high level things provided by higher level players.
Okay.
Hmm.
So the money system will, if I am to run the city, the money system will still be there and will be heavily taxed.
will be heavily taxed.
What? I didn't say that.
Okay. Would you guys like to ask each other questions about your answers?
May I start?
I
Yes.
mean,
Okay, cool. So,
I thought
Ideal
that was
Purpose
like the
Win, again, no
beginning of your.
questions. Love your system. I just want to make it better. G-Man 22. So, um, with your entire money system thing, believing the money system, first of all, I never said I would take that away. Um, you guys can still have shops if you wish. I'm not really going to stop you on that front. I feel like it is a freedom that we have right now, especially since we don't have any workers we're exploiting. However, would it not be even more beneficial to just give people stuff for free so they can do what they want? In terms of closing the disadvantaged gap, it takes time to find diamonds and mine diamonds, and not everyone has the materials to sell things to get diamonds. So my question to you is like, why do you think the money system's better? Or in this free market, I suppose, as we would call it. End of question.
Okay. Any comments?
Sorry, I was eating something. You know,
I think the crickets speak for themselves. Should we move on?
I am ready. I have no question.
All right.
That was my only question.
Cool.
I don't.
All right. Next question. Neon. What large scale project do you think we should focus on as a server?
Yeah, so in terms of large scale projects, I think we should work on uh bigger and better better infrastructure for the Nether hub. As it is right now, um, you really need elytras to get anywhere fast. Some people have horses like myself, which help a little bit. But I think if we could invest in large ice highways, that would be very beneficial just for ease of access to the things that we have all around the server.
Okay. River, same question.
I think that whatever large-scale projects are being made by the community right now should just continue the way that they are already going, and if I want to contribute, I will. But no one can give me anything for free. But contribute, I will. Or if they need my blocks, I can give them. I can give other people stuff for free, but I will never take anything for free myself. But the projects should just continue as they already are. People can just make whatever they want. I don't care.
All right. G-Man, same question.
Um, I honestly have not thought a lot about that. I think there are a lot of unfinished projects that would be beneficial for everyone's sanity and for fun, for specifically, like the gladiatorial pit for combat and related issues can be solved with that, and then the zoo would be a mental health boost for what if we finish that, it would be a good place to go for mental health boost. If that makes sense.
Okay.
My opponent is having a mental breakdown.
He has indeed. Okay. The floor is now yours to ask questions.
Um, I think that one's pretty straightforward. I do like G-Man's idea of having more public spaces for events as well. I think having uh, activities to do outside of your own projects and whatnot is important. I would just like to append that to my statement, I suppose.
No further questions, Your Honor.
I'm not a judge.
It should be.
Okay.
You would look it up on a pedestal, to be honest.
Well, technically, I am a judge, just outside of this town.
All right.
All right. What systems will you put in place to address disputes, theft, or griefing in a fair and just manner? Neon?
So, I think that we should establish a elected player council to mediate disputes. Of course, on a small server, it might just as well be a community thing since there aren't too many voices to shout over. So we could all participate. I think personally, if I was on such a council, I would push for instead of punishment, I would push for reconstructive things. So such as forcing them to help repair the damage that they've done and
Okay.
such.
River. Same question.
Right. I think I would deal with it in this way. 1. Don't steal, comma. That's it. Edited. 2. Don't grief others base. Edited. Sparkle emoji. And of course, I will not take anything for free.
Okay.
So those rules, interesting.
G-Man, same question.
Now,
I think you're forgetting a rule, comrade.
Well, he asked about griefing and stealing. That's not a.
You're right.
That doesn't have
Right.
to deal with that.
so,
My bad, I misunderstood.
I am a firm believer in the prison system. I think that putting people in prison for doing bad things is the best course of action. Judging those actions will be decided upon, like obviously in the limit of the city, will be decided upon me and or my right hand man.
Who's your right-hand man?
No further questions, please.
That's a bit concerning.
Okay.
Can I be your VP?
Absolutely, tear your flag down right now. Just kidding.
No, I'm my own party, but I will be your VP if you win. I'll also be your VP
thank
if
you.
you win.
Sweet.
Will you be mine if I win?
Yeah, sure.
You're not.
I'm guaranteed to win. I beat the system, guys. Why don't they do this in real life?
You're forgetting the surprise Blake victory that comes out of nowhere.
Oh, it's gonna be great. I can't wait for that stupid bullcrap. He's gonna come in with the best speech out of all of us, and everyone's gonna be like, "Yeah, that makes sense."
They're just gonna be like, yeah,